Let me say this to you. When you are praying and God seems not to be answering, you better wait. Better wait. The reason is because if God can see where you are going and is not answering your prayer, it means He knows certain things. As in my life, I don't compete with anybody. The life is go for more better, for my area alone, because someone will do wrong thing. Because we will never run anybody's race. Every one of us, we are giving our lanes. We are running a race. And to run this race, we all have the same specific, the same thing. A lot of the basic left standard of my side. Only Baba is to pick up my room alone. I think I go. Because I'm talking about people. He is telling us, investor, that it is registered in my conscience that God is expecting these things. When people went to school, they come and they don't have work. 90% of the 100% doesn't have work. Let 99% doesn't have work. My work will come. Only to come about and call me. I want to join you. Because to buy the somewhere, to go Risha to say last one, you have told us that every tell my casa ye wish it here. God patience will be. Let me go to something because I want to say something. I want to leave this place. That's verse 11. In verse 12 saying, now, also from one day, pay. Òun tó ń yan àwọn èèyàn ti wá, ó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Òun wá sọ pé ọlọ́run tó yan àwọn èèyàn ti wá sẹ́ẹ̀, ó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Òun wá sọ pé kò tí àwọn ń ṣàwọn agbọ̀gbọ̀lẹ̀ fẹ́ rí bí òun ṣe pé káà náà ká wò yín ká ní glory be to God that àwọn ilé wọn gba ọ̀dọ́ wa kọjá and this is what they have become. Can somebody glorify God after seeing you for what you have become? And the next one I want to run for time. Verse 14. Verse 14. I wish we have the whole week. Verse 14 alone is a whole lot of message. Verse 14. For the love of Christ constrained us, because we judge that if one died for all, then we are all dead. The reason why a lot of people do what they do as young people, they are thrown away that thing called the fear of God. Fear of God. Verse 11 is all about the God we are talking about is not joking. That is saying that for the love of Christ constrained, that means they look good for us. We are not getting them. But because of the love of Christ, we stay in Him. Nobody runs such a sacrifice for God and lose at the end. I used to think then that we are failing. When I was in secondary school, I've been preaching since when I was in JS2. By the time we build all those things at SS3, it's a lot of my guys. Yeah. Ele told my whole school SS2. Ele told my a lot of things. Almost 30 years later, I don't see anybody that I want to say, and in the love you. There's nothing like that. We're all running different races. There is one particular guy. He's my friend. He's in Abuja. He works with Goreo for procurement and federal government pastors and all. This guy, as at that time, that guy is so brilliant. He's my friend. Lord, the father was the principal, so we had to go we are age range. Respect the man for that. No, fancy. People were in the same class because he was that intelligent. Everything was working for him, which was enough for everybody was protesting. Your control envy. This boy, this guy. I met him about 7 years ago in the Redeemed Camp. He saw me when he told me what he was doing. Yes, sir. I was far ahead. I'm not here to tell us something, but you shall people. No. Life is real. So by assume life, you will not make anything out of life. Life is real. Life is what it is. And that's what Paul is telling us here. Thank God that we're in the same thing, sir. You knew the year I was made area pastor. They made me area pastor last week. He's not failing. When you go back, what he, no, but he's way behind. But if I can't bear that's what the devil is used to threaten you to. And make you feel you are failing. You are not failing. That somebody is ahead of you doesn't say you are failing. It only the person's in his season.
Yes, yes.
My season, you know, maybe one day we'll look at Genesis 8:22. You now understand that God is not a careless talker. When God talk about me, inspiration and revelation. But as the earth remains, seed and harvest, summer and winter, cold and hot. Gbogbo nǹkan yẹn wọ́n ṣe kankan náà. Gbogbo nǹkan tó dára kan fẹ́ pàtàkì kò sí kankan náà tó jọra wọn. Summer and harvest is not the same as cold and winter. Seed and harvest wọ́n fi kankan ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú cold and hot. All of those are seasons of life. Ní ìgbà kan wà tí bá dẹ̀bẹ̀ tó sọnù sáàyè ayé alẹ́ gbogbo wàhálà ayé orí mi ló wà. But afterwards God may have written that eléyìí ó fẹ́ ṣe fún 1 year ó fẹ́ ṣe fún 6 months. Àwa fi ìwà tí ò bá wọn kan tí kò ká ẹ̀mọ́ yìí àwa fi sọ di 10 years. That's why I think over here it is time to pray. Think over here it is time to seek counsel. It's not a time to do anyhow. It's not a time to join anybody. Because ẹni tí wọ́n lọ join yẹn kò wà aware threat ti bọ́ọ̀lù threat yẹn wà yìí. When I look at my mom, nígbà tó bá fún ọmọ yẹn tó fún àbúrò mi eléyìí tí ọkọ ẹ di ọba tó bá fún ní òdì lójú mi. Ohun tí ẹ jẹun gbà yẹn, I don't know what's wrong with her. Wọ́n máa fún tán, wọ́n máa mí. Ẹ tó fún yàn lómi, ẹ tó fún yàn lómi. But the truth of the matter is that ẹni tó fún yàn lókè my first method yẹn ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe. Ẹni tó rọ sí nínú ó lè má yé but nǹkan tó ṣe ó wúlò fún láyé rẹ̀. But lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yẹn tó ń ṣe ṣèbọn ṣe ń gbà yẹn I can just remember the picture. Ẹni tá a sọ lé ní ìsìn ó ti move. Màmá tó ṣe fún wa gan we lost her 2 years ago. Ó ti ṣe kí bá tiẹ̀ lọ. The truth of the matter is that Apostle Paul is telling us here that there is a picture, there is a way a newborn person should live his life, his or her life. That's what he's telling us. And he's saying to us that it is written in our conscience. It's something God is using to measure. So, ẹni tó fi ìlànà tó máa tọ́ka sí èèyàn tuntun tó jẹ́ yẹn sílẹ̀ tó lọ ń ṣe nǹkan míì, ó wà nù máìndì ẹ̀. Ọlọ́run máa gbé jáde pé òun ṣe àbí tí ti pásítọ̀ bá sọ bá tiẹ̀ yẹ eléyìí. Again, he said, verse 14. Only we are constrained by the love of God. That means, are you really careful of what God can do for you? Every time you decide to pay attention to what is not in what is said. The love of Christ between us. We stay like a person that is suffering. Because we love God, not because it's good for us, not because we're enjoying the suffering, not because the embarrassment that ẹgbẹ́ mi ta ṣẹṣẹ tó ń gan, ó ti marry, ó ti ṣe kíní kan, ó ti ṣe kíní kan, ó ti ṣe kíní kan, ó ti ra mọ́tò, ó ti ra jẹ. But you still stay serving God. God is taking note. Only one button God will press. No button yet to accomplish one button. In my school platform, I don't understand that. Want to be this, want to be that one. And I told them, there's a light with which we lead the people. It's what God has helped me with in these few years. The fake way of German. You need time to German. Because what God has been able to help me to tell them gave us direction in various places. But I can't do the microphone alone to be a very strong person. Now, let me go because I want to say something. I want to say something. This one is more or less like I'm taking long here. Now, verse 16, what are you? Verse 16. Wherefore, henceforth, no, 16. Okay. Wherefore, henceforth, know we no man after the flesh. Yet, though we have known Christ after flesh. Yet now, henceforth, know ye him no more. Now, I wish we have time for all of these things. Also, for me, just to talk about somebody preach to you, give a life to Christ, don't smoke it again, don't drink go again, don't take it again. Say after me, Lord Jesus. I think he said, go ahead. You know what? You got to get a relationship with God. Don't suffer, oh, team. That's what he's saying there. That only though we have known Christ after the flesh, yet henceforth, no, we know him no more. Momo, you don't know God until you start doing business with him. Because it's only yes or no. Until you start having issues with your faith and you stand in him. Until you start spending time in prayers. Until everything looks as if it's coming upon you against you and you are saying to yourself, this God, I will hold on to him. Until certain things you are doing begin to translate to results. Until Stephen get to a level where everybody seems confused, you are not, because you believe in God. Those things are the realities that begin to show you exactly who God is, because God will begin to manifest himself to you more than other people. And the real God you need to know is not the God in like a church. Pastor Mary go. No. The real knowing that we're talking about after you have been rebirthed in God is you making things happen everywhere you find yourself that people can say, I wish there is a better way I can preach that. Until people start seeing certain manifestations in your life because of faithfulness in standing with God. That's what happened in Acts 11:26. The Bible says, and the apostles decided to first call Christians in Antioch. Why? Because they can see them that and you find out that God knows how to begin to pay for your little faithfulness. He knows how to do it. The days you're supposed to be worried that you refuse to be worried, you take notes. The day Daddy said everybody will fast. And you start and say, we'll do it. God takes it. The day you say to yourself in your house, oh, yeah, me more things are going against my plans, and you went to sit down and start praying on God, God takes notes. Those things you did so that youth program can go well, God takes notes. Those several rehearsals you did to come and stand and act it to people, not knowing that, not minding that devil can even attack you for doing it. God takes note. I don't go working about my job. I can't do one big thing. I have a very question. Until I'm confused, I'm like, yeah. She you know ni Larawa. Oh, she got too serious now. You walk out of my motor. And don't promote here. Oh, my motor. Òun tó lára ni tó lè lára lára ni òun ló lára kọ̀kọ̀rẹ̀ ní ṣe lára rẹ̀ òun fún rẹ̀ ó lè bá lè ṣàlàyé nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó bí nǹkan ẹ̀. But what matters is that a little thing, a little here, a little there, a little there for God. When it looks as if nothing is happening, those things, you are recreating yourself, you are redefining your life, you are becoming a different person that is different from what everybody is. And God will say, tó bá lè ṣe gbogbo eléyìí, àgùdọ̀ lọ. One thing will happen. There's one brother, his name is brother, I can't remember his name, but his surname is Borofis. I do Sunday school. Borofis. This guy was sporting with his brother. A lot of things was just going wrong and wrong and wrong with him. Because she jammed, she jammed into this. But those who are part-time, part-time, what you waste years, what was part-time to waste years, what the shell of. But this guy, sir, over all she shiny behind. You should go to Libra. Bon man talking. But about the rest of us, only talking about Libra himself. Because we took marry. Then we're in Sunday school. Sunday school. This guy always get there before anybody. Ọba bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀ pé èmi lọ Sunday school with you. Ilé ẹ̀ máa sọ, ìyá máa sọ, ìyá máa sọ. Ọba bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ̀rọ̀. Even tipa gan ló fi construct òyìnbó. Tipa. His construction of English is struggle. It's with much struggle. Yes, sir. Ìgbà ẹ̀kọ́ péré lọ́dọ̀ nǹkan ṣe. Next week ọgbọ́n ni pé wọ́n lọ opportunity àti travel lọ́dún yẹn. Lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ pé lọ before ahead of everybody yẹn. Kí ló ń ṣe? All he does is that wọ́n ṣàkọ̀tì ẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó ràn faithfully. Wọ́n sọ pé yẹn fẹ́ pray fún yẹn fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ńlá. Àti bàbá ìyẹn mi gbogbo yẹn. But I say God that takes record. Because those things you are not responding to are supposed to change you and make you begin to think like everybody and you are not responding to it. God is taking it as a change happening in your spirit. You know, one day a man said, what does it mean for a person to slap you and you didn't slap your own back? When the Bible said it, what do you know? It's not enough. Because I told you to see the joke of the Bible so pray, I'm not by the to propose. You're very relationship. The Bible said it is not enough. There must be that internal discipline to feel it back. Come and buy it. Just for going, whatever Lord is. And by the time that man will explain it, only see about where. What is happening? Everything. Go compare it. You should do going on. Only to see that don't love. Only too much spiritually look way. Only your soul suffers shame and embarrassment because you told you by later now. On my step to bat your father. I bat your father. And this is Elumia near Rumi. Elumia ni boy embarrassing. Elumia logo. Elumia loshi. Told the guy going to the law. One of my sweaty. And to Baletti, got all of my sweaty after that thing. And you tell me someone to go there, delay somehow, essay. Because your soul suffers. Nígbà tó ń gba àwọn kan mọ́ra, tó ń gbàdúrà, tó ń lọ́jọ́, tó ń ṣe. Ìkan tó ń ṣe ni pé òun gba àwọn tí ó yẹ kó gbà mọ́ra. And God is using it to lift your spirit. Okay, anything wọ́n jẹ́ ẹni ara. That is a new person in you. Is what is acting. And God doesn't bless our flesh. He blesses our spirit. It's a spirit thing. Allah the business of the flesh you are. He has no business with it. John 4. John 4. 22-24. And again on that, verse 17 says, therefore, if any man be in Christ, is against nature. All things are passed away. Behold, all things are becoming. I read two scriptures and I will go to pray. God will not bypass you. He will use that man of God. That's why a man of God must stand straight. Because your word is an authority. And the second thing is said there, when you begin to see, God saying, all things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. All things are passed away there. He said that let this new life be in you to avoid the world. Now, all things have become new is in Ephesians 3, verse 20. That my end. Ephesians 3, 20. So I'm jumping the things I have so that to save our time. But before we read Ephesians 3, 20. Okay, read Ephesians 3, 20. Let's see. Yeah. Now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think, All right. Now, the fear that is in you, if you serve a God that can do exceedingly abundantly, that is the new you. Click. We are serving a God. Don't let you go to Olero. I finished work. I finished school in Ada. I've not got a job. Taba continue by. One flash a year. I beg, take out for a pastor. Take out join Kini. You are serving a God that can do exceedingly. That is only a shape you got to Olero. The new you is expected to stand and say, no job. I will produce job. Line resources like no, because you are now a new person that should create his work, create his life, create his environment, and shape his community. Berumbawa, why? It's because you are not yet a newborn properly. A lot of us have given our life to Christ. Púpọ̀ náà ló sọ pé òun ti fàyè òfin Jésù. Ó ti pẹ́, ó ti gba ọ̀pẹ balẹ̀. That is the reason why there is fear, there is failure, there is problem, there is trouble everywhere. That's why ẹnì kan lè dé sí kó ní ó máa bá ọgbẹ́ lé ìjà kó jẹ́ òun ló yọjú. Níbo lẹ́yìn wà? Tó bá tẹ̀ máa yọjú kó lákọ́kọ́ yọjú. Wọ́n pè ní kó tó kàn. Wọ́n pè ní kó tó kàn. A ṣe kan praise lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́wàá kẹtọ́ rántí pé bàbá kan máa ń lù ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì wa. You know, the fear, the trouble, the failures, the lack of results, the way the world is seeing it is as a result of the fact that the salvation is not total. Kò sí ẹ̀rù lára ẹni tí salvation tọrọ. Kò sí ẹ̀rù lára. Torí nǹkan tí, so if he is standing right in God, that God will be so mighty in him. Àti gbé ẹrù mi. Mo ti ṣe console 4 years ago, mi ò ríṣẹ́. Ẹ̀rù pé tá bá continue by am I useless, kò ní sí lára ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó máa rò ní pé one day my God will show up. When he shows up, the 4 years will be like 4 minutes. And the glory that will be revealed, Romans 8:18, the Bible says, for I reckon with you that the sufferings of now cannot be compared with the glory that will be revealed in us. A new you is not to be afraid. A new you is not to fail. A new you is not, because sometimes a new you will not see problem, you will see. In fact, what your problem here go, lots of one own shame. Your problem is a testimony to us that you are alive. That you have a problem is a testimony that you are alive. That you are able to deal with it. So tells us that that newborn identity is strong in you. Now let me say to you, the way our salvation work, let me give us a drama. When God sees sin, he will tell about creation. Woman solo on the God is powerless. That is why when Achan stole that thing, the entire Israel failed. They fall before AI. Everywhere God sees sin, he will drop. Kò sí bó ṣe gbórúkọ ẹ̀ tó àkọ́bẹ̀ orúkọ ẹ̀ láti ìpìlẹ̀ ẹ̀ mẹ́rin àkọ́bẹ̀ tó ti lóògùn fún olùlẹ̀. Every time God sees sin in your life, that's what it was. Sin is not one easy thing. But these days, people sin and sit on it. Destroying your glory, you are destroying your strength. You are rendering yourself incapacitated in the face of your battle. And the devil knows very well. The only thing, only if it's like a year to be antidote to glory is sin. Everywhere sin is, the devil thrives. And what is sin? Well, maybe I don't about my own thing for me is sin. Oh, yeah, people is sinful. Your refusal to trust God, even in the house of God. White no word. Tí èèyàn kan bá fi epo tàbí ìgbẹ́ yí white wọ́n sìn, ó máa hàn. Ṣé nǹkan tó lè stain white nìkan ni? Tí bá fọ́ ọkàn dọ́sì bá mi kan lára, ṣé kò ní stain nìkan? Kí tẹ̀ má fi dọ́sì gan sí. Ọwọ́ mi tí mo ti fi ń di máìkì mi láyè kí wọ́n máa wọ́n yẹn lára báyìí. By the time I'm done, somebody will know where the touch white baba is. Sin is many things. Everything. Now let me now say this to you. What is sin to her? What is sin to daddy? She will do it. It will be a sin. It may not be a sin. Because there is a level in God that everybody arrives. Step over to the level in God doesn't overlook for you again. When I was small, when I was in the lesson, I got the sharp instruction that morning. Fast for 3 days. Fast for 3 days. He's a pastor. Man tell the pastor on me. Almost school me. So that day, but then they did the power soon. Life from school. They did the power loss soon. That's the night I just told myself, pray me long road to follow your daddy get. But I was sure. Matthew don't okay, Jack can try, okay, she try. Matthew go, oh, yeah, let's get that. But I don't know pastor, but she bring the pastor. People what we juice you know, juice. These things are good as story. But they are failures that God takes note of. When only Jesus 1 before time, but it wasn't Jesus 2, you know Jesus. Sure. Bàbá yẹn sọ tiẹ̀ fún mi ni, kò mọ nǹkan tó jẹ́ nípa tèmi, torí mọ̀ pé wọ́n ṣì kéré bí ọlọ́mọ abẹ fojú fò. Fojú fò yẹn sà, mo rí ìtumọ̀ one day when we went to pray on the mountain. And I saw that it was a sharp drop. Passion fails díẹ̀ nìyẹn. Tó bá ti measure ara with unbelievers, God will look at you and say, eléyìí kò tí ì ráyè, ẹ ká fi sílẹ̀ bó ṣe máa jìyà díẹ̀. Now, most prayers that are not answered is because we stay in sin, we are struggling with sin with unbelievers. Making the yasa after any ọ̀ṣẹ́, after the go there títí, we then compare it with unbelievers, and God will look at you and expecting God to bless you. How? Because of the unbeliever is devil. Your God is this God, this living God. Already He has handed you over to. That is where the devil will fight us. Every time there is sin, just know that God is at the loss. Now, the second thing total is sin. That you want to interface with no is that there's the reality of God's mercy. When you commit sin, and you want to pray for mercy. Let me say this to you. There's no forgiveness in the realm of the spirit. That word forgiveness is an English word. Hello, we'll be about to forgive in the Bible. Hello, Greek word there. Tell root meaning forgive me. Root meaning oroyen. And it was paid for. Bought over. Pay or and money. Because when you sin, you will pay. So there is the wrath of God. Everybody that commits sin face the wrath of God, which is the very first thing. You face the wrath of God. You are exposed to the wrath of God. And the wrath of God begins that God will not hear your prayer. When I pray, the second thing is that the mercy of God will come to play, but the mercy of God cannot work. Because the wrath of God and the mercy of God, they are both from the justice of God. By blessing you in your sin. So for sin, there is a wrath of God automatically. For the wrath of God, mercy begin to ask questions. Where mercy is asking questions, mercy is powerless until God brings the third thing. And that thing is the love of God. When God now brings his love, since don't you know where my love should go, why the judge one? I just keep mercy override judgment. But God did not stop there. He left another economy, which is grace, so that you will not continue in sin. If we continue in sin. So we need to understand that. Oh, see, gbogbo tá à ń ṣe physically. Our transaction is basically with God. God is a spirit. So you must be conscious of the fact that I'm a child of God that has been rebutted. Since I've been rebutted, this thing called sin is a major issue of concern. And the first thing about it, when I fall into sin, come out. Don't stay there. Otherwise, you are incurring the wrath of God on your life. Ordinary decision with your friends that, work before I get already election here. So you have joined the I don't believe any pastor. All those pastors, all those pastors. I make a lot of yes. And you know, sir. Come on, pastor, shaking it. No. And you don't this one here. Don't fire more and you don't sorrow here. And you put on and you don't fire more in here. And as it's drawing you closer, it is to hinder the channels to God, making you useless before God. So we must define our life and be sure that when there is sin, let it come to your mind. Wrath of God, it be no long. When you begin to plead for mercy, the love of God must come to you. And receive grace to live above it. Now that verse 20, let me end it like this. Just project it. Let me look at the last line. I'll just pick the last line or show something the last line. Now to him that is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think. I want you to take it and do. What many ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wà? Gbogbo nǹkan tí ó kà tó òyìnbó yẹn bóyá ńláńlá bóyá tóbi tó difficult to yẹn. Exceeding abundantly above all that we ask or think. Agbára ọ̀rẹ́ is in the last line. According to the power that worketh. Ọlọ́run ìgbà gbé kórìtà fún mi kí n bọ́ lòdì. God is as powerful to the level of the faith that has worked in you. Gbogbo agbára tọ́lọ́run ní is dependent on agbára Ọlọ́run tí wọ́n fún rẹ̀ ti ní láyé ẹ̀. God will not just do something out of the blues for somebody. No. That I'm preaching doesn't mean I'll be more blessed than the person sitting or sitting down. No. All this we'll be talking about sins. These are the where we are building power. Omo sọ lẹ́pẹ̀ pé ẹ̀tọ́ gbá létí tó kàwé ẹ̀bà pò ló ń lọ. Ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ ti gba agbára níwájú Ọlọ́run pé yes. A máa rí kan kiri ilé ìṣe lọ́jọ́ iwájú.